You've probably seen this guy, Devon Larratt, the arm wrestler with a grip that looks like it could crush steel. He's pulled men twice his size across a table like they were nothing. People think that's just raw freak strength. But before any of that, he served in the Canadian Army as a combat engineer. And what made him strong was never just muscle. It was a switch, a hidden switch in your body that decides if stress breaks you or builds you. Special forces have known about this switch for decades. Stick around, because today you're going to learn exactly what it is and how to flip it yourself. Big muscles mean nothing when you're freezing. No sleep, legs like wet sand. What keeps you going is whether your nervous system stays calm or falls apart. Under real stress, hands shake, thinking goes foggy. People trained for that pressure stay steady. That's the switch. So why do the biggest guys quit first? Candidates burn 10,000 calories a day. Running, freezing swims, hauling boats, no sleep. The first to drop are always the most muscular. Not because they weren't strong, because they never learned to stay calm when things got ugly. Panic burns through energy twice as fast as staying calm. The ones who made it weren't the biggest. They were the ones whose switch stayed on. Steady mind, steady breathing, body begging them to quit. They didn't. So what actually builds that? This first one barely looks like an exercise at all. A lot of people scroll right past it. But special forces have leaned on this movement for decades, for one simple reason. It exposes weakness fast. It's called the farmer carry. Here's all it is. You grab something heavy, dumbbells, kettlebells, even loaded bags, and you just walk. Stand tall, brace your core, and move under control. Sounds way too easy, right? That's exactly what most people think too. Until their grip starts burning, their shoulders feel like they're on fire, and their posture starts caving in. And that's the whole point. This isn't really a grip exercise. It's a stress test. Your body is uncomfortable. Your hands are screaming. But your job is to stay calm and keep walking anyway. You're literally training your nervous system to say, this is hard, but it's not an emergency. Keep going. So if your grip gives out fast the first time you try this, don't worry about that at all. That's not failure. That's your switch getting tested for the very first time. And every time you push through it, that switch gets a little stronger. But carrying weight was just the warm-up. The next test was even harder, because this one didn't just check your grip. It checked whether you could control your entire body while completely exhausted. Strict pull-ups. Not the fast, swinging version people rush through at the gym. The real version. Full control. Every single rep. Special forces used this for a reason. It tests relative strength, which is just how strong you are compared to your own body weight. In the field, you're not lifting barbells. You're climbing walls, pulling yourself over ledges, moving your own body while already exhausted. And plenty of guys who lift heavy in the gym still fall apart after a few strict pull-ups. Because lifting weight and controlling your own body are completely different things. The movement itself is simple. Grab the bar just outside shoulder width, pull your chest up toward it, keep your body tight, then lower yourself down slowly. Easy on the first rep. But once fatigue kicks in, every rep feels twice as heavy. Candidates were doing these cold, tired, running on almost no sleep. At that point, it stops being a muscle test. It becomes a test of whether your mind can keep things smooth while your whole body wants to fall apart. If you can only manage a few reps right now, that's fine. Everyone starts there. But here's the thing, pull-ups weren't even the real secret. There was something deeper that mattered more than grip strength, more than pulling power, more than any single exercise. It's called work capacity. And almost nobody talks about it. Special forces never train to be strong just once. They train to keep performing while tired, sore, and running on empty. Real endurance isn't one big effort. It's how long you can keep going before you finally break down. Most gym workouts follow the same pattern. Push hard, rest long. But that never teaches your body the thing it actually needs: how to recover fast while still under pressure. Research on military performance has shown that recovery speed between efforts often matters more than raw strength. It's not just about hitting hard, it's about bouncing back fast enough to hit hard again. That's why this training mixes running, carries, swimming, and bodyweight work with barely any rest. The goal was never comfort. It was teaching the body to reset quickly, even while still under stress. And this is exactly why so many strong candidates still fail. Their muscles are fine, their switch just doesn't reset fast enough. There's one movement that trains this directly, and the first time most people try it, they look completely lost. It's called the Turkish Get-Up. And yes, the name sounds strange, but stick with it because this one matters. The first time most people attempt it, they look completely confused, fumbling, off balance, unsure which way to move, and that's actually the whole point. Here's how it works. You start lying flat on the ground, holding a kettlebell or dumbbell straight above your shoulder. Then, step by step, you work your way up to standing, keeping that weight steady overhead the entire time. Once you're up, you slowly lower yourself back down, just as controlled as you stood up. Sounds simple when you hear it, but the moment you try it, your shoulders, your core, your hips, your legs, your balance, all of it gets challenged at the exact same time. And that's exactly why Special Forces valued this movement. Real situations never happen in clean, perfect positions. You're off balance, you're tired, things are unpredictable. This drill forces your body to stay stable and controlled even when everything feels awkward and chaotic. So if it feels clumsy the first few times you try it, that's completely normal. In fact, the more frustrating an exercise feels at first, the more your body usually needs it. But here's something most people never realize. All of this, the carries, the pull-ups, the get-ups, none of it was ever just about the body. The real battle was happening somewhere else entirely. Special Forces training was never just physical. The mental side mattered more. Every workout hits the same wall. Your body wants to stop. Most people rely on motivation, but motivation disappears when things get hard. Cold, exhausted, no sleep. It's gone. Special Forces run on discipline. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. It just moves. Nobody felt inspired during selection. They kept going because their minds were trained to push through, not wait for it to get easier. That switch? Never physical. It's a mental habit, built from choosing to continue, even when stopping felt justified. One more rep, one more round. Right when your body is saying stop. Recovery matters as much as training. Sleep, water, real food. Nothing complicated. Most people mess up here, chasing the perfect diet, the perfect plan, while ignoring the basics. Your body doesn't respond to complexity. Simple habits done consistently. That's it. Because you can train your switch all day, but no sleep and no food, it won't fire. Recovery isn't the boring part. It's what makes everything work. So here's the real lesson. Strength was never about lifting something heavy one time. It's about staying steady when life gets hard again and again. That switch we talked about, the one that decides if stress breaks you or builds you, it's not something you're born with. It's something you build, rep by rep, hard day by hard day. And remember Devon Larratt from the start of this video? His grip was never the real story. The switch was. If this helped you, hit subscribe, drop a comment and send this to someone who needs real strength, not just gym strength. See you in the next one.